Participating today, we are now joined by Kevin O'Banner and will begin the press conference. Use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you are called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. The players and coaches will not be able to see the recordings. Carter.
Hey, Kevin, congratulations. Carter Hill with fifth quarter. Your team will forever be remembered in college basketball history. What does that mean to you when you hear that?
It means a lot. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, thankful for God for putting us in this position. It means a lot, just to become the underdogs and just to, put our school on a higher pedestal. That's all a kid can ask for, and I'm just very grateful for the opportunity.
Rafael from the three-point conversions. Congrats on the win. We hear the term all the time, big players may make big plays in big games. You had a monster game yourself. Can you talk about the confidence that you had coming into this game, and not only yourself, but your team as well, to come in and be a number 2 team like this?
We're very confident. At the end of the day, when they ranked us, it's only just a number at the end of the day. We put our shoes on just as the other team put their shoes on. So we just have that mindset of, show us that you deserve to be number 2. And we came out with a lot of confidence, and we're just very grateful to come out with the victory.
Kevin Fielder.
Hey, Kevin. Kevin Fielder with fifth quarter. Congratulations. What's said in the locker room before playing a game against, a number 2 seed in Ohio State that just over, almost 120 hours ago, we're in the Big Ten championship game?
We just knew that we were the underdogs, and we knew that we wanted to win for our brothers. We love each other, and we just wanted to display our love by just doing the little things in order it takes for us to win. And we came out victorious, and we're just very grateful and humble for it.
Kellen.
Yeah, congrats, first of all. And just what was that feeling like after you guys had finally won the game, and what was it like in that locker room post game?
It was a great feeling. The last time that ORU won a game in the NCAA tournament was 1975, and it just feels good just to leave something better than you found it, and just very grateful, and I'm just very honored. Thankful for God, for my teammates, for our coaches, for the GAs and the staff. It just means a lot, and the locker room was very fun. A lot of water being thrown. And we're just very grateful for the opportunity.
TJ.
Kevin, TJ Eckert from KTUL. Coach Mill yesterday talked about how this team felt like they've entered a game that they couldn't win. Is that kind of the mentality you guys have had?
Yeah, we had that mentality. At the end of the day, it's just a number, and you just got to prove to us that you deserve to be in a higher pedestal. And we just have that mindset that we just have a lot of dogs on our team, and we're a very gritty team, and we want to win, and we'll do whatever it takes. And at the end of the day, it's all about love. If you really love somebody, you'll do the little things in order to express that love, and we're just very grateful.
Sam King.
Yeah, Kevin, when you commit to a school like Oral Roberts, is this kind of the moments you dream of? Is if you get in the tournament, you're going to be a low seed and you're going to play a high major program. Is this kind of what you look forward to? Is, hey, let's get in there and get a chance to shock the world?
Yes, that is definitely a reason you'll want to come to a school like this. I know growing up all my life, I was always like the underdog. The school is, of course, not a big school, and just to prove people wrong, it's a blessing, and just to have people that's really committed and really believe that, we're the better team. It's really a blessing, and it's really an honor.
Lucas.
Kevin, Lucas Weiss with the undefeated. Congratulations on the win. You guys held Ohio State today to 21% from 3, forced 16 turnovers from then. Can you just maybe elaborate on the team's defensive performance today against Ohio State?
It's really just the coaching. We just come out and we just play hard, and the coaches just put us in a position in order for us to win. They make sure that we just close out on the hots and make sure it's difficult for them to get a shot off. So, we really can't take the credit. It's really the coaching staff, and, we're very grateful to have a group of guys that just love each other, and we'll just do whatever it takes to win.
Chris Maria.
Hey, Kevin, Chris DiMaria from KJRH back home. Man, when you guys returned home from the Summit tournament, you saw how many people were there supporting you, and you saw that sea of people that were out there for you. What's the message to them right now after winning this game? You know they're probably going crazy right now.
Yeah, we're just happy to make y'all proud. You know, we do this for them. You know, there's a lot of people that believe, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that don't believe, and we just have that mindset. You know, even with the story with David and Goliath, you know, with David being the underdog and him able to beat Goliath, you know, just it's a testimony to just what we did, and we're just very grateful, and we just hope to make y'all proud.
Brian Bennett.
Hi, this is Brian Bennett with The Athletic. You talked about the confidence you guys have. You guys were 11-10 a month ago. Where did that confidence come from for you guys toward the end of the season here?
We always had that confidence. We were just trying to get a better feel for, like, the chemistry and just, you know, we had a lot of obstacles that was always happening, you know, even with COVID and just, you know, the little things. But at the end of the day, we just came through and, you know, the confidence started building up with just, like, our practice. You know, we just going hard in practice and everything else plays out during the game.
Kevin McCatskill.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is Kevin McCaskill Jr. from FP Sports out of Springfield, Mass. I know you're a 15 seed, but did you feel at all a little underestimated? You have on your team, you have two players who average over 18 points. Did you feel a little underestimated?
No, we didn't. We knew at the end of the day, like I said, that they were the number 2 seed, and we put our shoes on just as they put their shoes on. And if you feel like you just that good, you just got to show us, you know, very humbly. You know, Ohio State's a really good team, but we just have that mindset of, you know, if you say you like that, then just come prove it to us.
And we have a
Thank you, man.
follow-up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said thank you, man. Congrats on the win.
I appreciate it.
We have a follow-up with Carter Hill.
Yeah, Kevin, I just had a quick follow-up. As crazy as the moment as this is for you all, you know, I don't know if anyone's told you, but you got the Florida Gators on Sunday. How do you quickly turn the page?
We just have to do the next right thing, and that starts with our recovery. You know, make sure that we recover right. You know, get a good amount of nights of sleep. You know, just with our eating, and just we'll come back tomorrow, just get ready for practice, and just do the little things, you know, that it takes to come out victorious for the game on Sunday.
Thank you. Congratulations again.
I appreciate it.
Do we have anything else? Please raise your hand. Hey, Kevin, I've got one quick one for you. What does it mean to have the NCAA tournament back after last year's cancellation?
It means a lot, you know. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. You know, this year has been very crazy due to COVID, and a lot of stuff was not promised. And just the fact that we got the opportunity just to be put in a bubble and to play just means a lot, and it's a testimony. And, you know, we're just very grateful because, you know, we missed the game of basketball, and to have March Madness here and for us to be able to play and just to glorify God, it just means a lot. And, you know, our team is very grateful for that opportunity.
Okay, Kevin, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on the win.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Okay, that was quick. We now have Coach Mills here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for my script on here where I'm supposed to go. There we go. We'll now begin opening statement from Coach Mills and then go to questions. Use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you're called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Coach Mills, we'd ask you to please give a brief opening statement, and then we'll go to questions.
Yeah, I listen to Psalm 118 before every game, and it says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good." And we're grateful, as Kevin mentioned, and just this opportunity. As I told the players, our staff has been involved in 81 of these NCAA tournament games, and now they don't have to listen to us talk about it anymore. I'm glad that they have the experience of actually playing in March Madness and to have it an enjoyable experience. It's not any fun, obviously, if you don't win.
Okay, we'll go to questions from the media now. TJ Eckert, you can be our first question.
Coach, you got me?
Yes.
Yeah, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I'm watching it back right now, actually, and the celebration didn't seem as big as after winning the Summit League title. Just surprising. Is this more because you feel this is, you said it a few days ago, this team believes they can win every game they come into?
I thought we would win. I mean, our guys thought we would win, and so, I mean, the reality is you have to turn around and you're about to play another one. So, I mean, the celebration better be pretty quick, because if you spend all your time looking back at your marriage day videos, you're probably not going to have a very good marriage. And so there's other things to get done. Obviously, you want your players to have this experience and enjoy it. But the reality is I can tell you, I've been to 4 Sweet 16s, and that's a better feeling. And so, I mean, your attention turns pretty quickly.
And
What
next
was the moment
question.
like, though?
Go ahead, Coach. TJ, can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah, sorry. I was just curious what that moment was like for you, Coach. Just the moment the game ended.
Sure. I mean, the goal's to win, right? And you can't win until that final buzzer goes off. I thought Dwayne Washington's look off the offensive rebound kick out at the top. Didn't know if EJ was going to pull down another and give him another chance. And so really it's just, are we headed to a second overtime, or are we going to be able to win this game? So, well, once the buzzer went off, it's more a feeling of relief probably than anything else.
Okay, Lucas Weiss.
Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Congratulations on the win,
Thank
Lucas
you.
Weiss with the undefeated. I know it's still fresh, this result, but can you just put into perspective what it means for the program to get its first NCAA tournament win since the early 1970s?
I mean, from a historical standpoint, it's great. But I mean, again, nobody thinks about that stuff. I mean, not at this moment. I mean, you're just, how do we win this game? Period. And you don't think about it. I've not looked into the history of it. I mean, I would do a disservice to our guys if we couldn't focus on what's next and that opportunity. And I don't mean to come across as arrogant as all. I'm just telling you, I don't think about it. How do we put ourselves in the best position in order to make sure our players are prepared to play Ohio State?
Okay, Raphael Haynes, sorry.
No problem. Hey, Coach Raphael from the three-point conversion. Coach, you talk about being humbled and your faith, and we all know that faith without works is dead. You come in this game, they out-rebound you by 20. They shoot a better percentage, but I think the key stat was that you all only had 6 turnovers to their 16. Can you speak on that as far as just the way you all played and composed yourself?
Sure. I mean, we're top 25 in the country at not turning it over. And Ohio State is 336th in the country at causing turnovers. So we knew that we were coming into a game where there wasn't going to be a whole lot of pressure. We do a good job taking care of the ball. That's not their strength. They do a number of things really, really well, obviously. But their strength isn't that they're going to pressure you. And so I thought any turnovers that we had were going to be self-inflicted. And fortunately, I mean, how teams kind of played through the course of the year, us taking care of the ball, though them not necessarily generating them. I mean, we were fortunate that it played out as the year played out for both teams.
And a quick follow-up, can you just speak on O'Banner and Obamas, the way they played today and how they led the team?
Yeah, Max Asmus, Kevin O'Banner. If your best players are your hardest workers, you have a chance. And love Kevin O'Banner, love Max Asmus. I love all those guys in that locker room. But those two work really hard. I mean, I've mentioned this a number of times, but when our players get to campus, we ask them to make 20,000 shots, not take. And they got a 6-week period to do it. Kevin O'Banner did it in 6 days. making about 3,500 shots, obviously going 7 for 7 from the free throw line down the stretch in this environment kind of speaks to his level of work ethic. And if you're around guys who have humility and they have a work ethic, that's usually the two components that translate to being a really good player. And so I'm happy he's a junior. He's been through it, 7 for 7 down the stretch. Thought he played really well. But Max Asmus and Kevin O'Banner are everything that and all those guys, honest to goodness, all those guys in that locker room. I just think those two are really good.
Thanks.
Okay, Charles Odom.
Charles Odom with the Associated Press. Coach, you mentioned your Sweet 16 experience and that you know that your attention has to turn pretty quickly, but your players do not have that experience, and they're going to be in a lot of headlines and a lot of highlights in the next 24, 48 hours. How do you get them thinking about Florida quickly?
We'll put them in a room, and I'm pretty animated during film sessions, and so they want to win. So I mean, you do have to avoid the distractions. You do have to avoid some of this hype that comes with it. I'm just going to encourage them. Don't return text messages or look at whatever social media until Monday. Just wait. That stuff doesn't need to be tended to right now unless it's your mom or your dad or your girlfriend. You probably need to answer that one. But for the most part, you have to eliminate distractions in order to be good this time of year.
Ellen King.
Yeah, hey, Coach, you just mentioned it and you talked on Wednesday at that press conference about sort of your philosophy that players with humility and good character perform well, and we saw that today. What does it mean for you to see that sort of philosophy pay off on a big stage and have your guys just get this big win?
I mean, sure. I mean, you can say all the right things, right? Like everybody has these ideas about how this should play out, and you know, to each his own. But you know, I'm a big believer in the New Zealand All Blacks theory of good people make good players, and we have really good people. And you know what's a sign of having good people? Humility. If you're arrogant, I mean, I don't know how I could ever help you. And if I'm arrogant, I don't know that I could ever learn and be taught. And if you don't have a work ethic, you're not going to be any good. And if I'm unwilling to work, I'm not going to be any good. And so I just think those are two huge components. Again, there's a Bible verse that says God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. And I don't want to be God's opponent, so I don't want to go in this prideful. I understand what an opponent looks like. And so from that perspective, humility and work ethic plays such a huge part in becoming good people, good players.
Okay, Sam King.
Hey, Coach, Sam King, Journal and Courier. Kevin talked about kind of always his whole life, he kind of felt like the underdog. When you're recruiting at a place like Oral Roberts, do you have to go find those kids that are like, you know, I'm better than maybe some of these coaches think I am, and they come in kind of with that chip on their shoulder?
You try to recruit guys who want to work. Like, I mean, the reason that somebody goes to school, you go to study accounting to be an accountant. You go to study engineering to be an engineer. Our guys want to be basketball players. I've been fortunate to coach 71 pros. Our staff has coached 28 NBA players. I've coached 13 NBA players. 10 of them were never ranked top 100 high school players. They're just guys you identified, and you said, you know what? You have a work ethic, and I want these guys to become pros, and that's why you go to college. And so you try to identify and find guys who want to get the most out of their God-given abilities for God-given reasons. And so I think from my perspective is you have to find guys who say, man, they got a legit chance. If they really want to do this, they have a real chance. And then you just invest in them as people and as players.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, what is said to the guys before overtime, you know, after Ohio State had a pretty good look to end the game there but missed it?
Before overtime, I mean, we're winning this. I mean, we guys are going to lock in and we are going to win this basketball game. I mean, I can promise you Coach Holtman said the same thing. I mean, you're not over there going, all right, we may or may not have a chance here. I mean, you're telling your guys that you're going to win. And then you just look them in the eyes to see if they really believe. And we had a group that really believed.
Okay, we have one last time for one last question, and it'll be Myron Metcalf.
What's up, Myron?
It's not allowing him to talk for some reason.
I like Myron. Myron picked us to win the Summit League championship.
Myron, can you unmute yourself? For some reason, it is not allowing. It's telling me that he's only using an older version of Zoom. So, sorry, Myron, we couldn't get to you. Our final question will be with Chris DiMaria.
Hey, Coach, I hope you like me too.
I do. Whoever you are, I like everybody.
Coach, man, earlier this week you talked about how you have some guys who from overseas who had never even heard of Ohio State coming in. At the end of the day, how did this team react to your message of they're just a team, they can be beaten, and how did the team rally around your message this week, getting ready for this game?
Who walks into a game and says the other person can't be beaten? I mean, I don't think anybody does. You know, as I shared with the guys, don't let anybody put a number in front of your name. I mean, it's hard, right? Because when they're high school players, they want a number in front of their name. They're ranked this or they're ranked that because that ranking is going to bring something for them, whether it be attention or a scholarship offer. And so, I mean, we just have a bunch of guys who my staff is unbelievable. My graduate assistants are unbelievable. My student coaches are unbelievable. And so we all have the same job, and that is to help our players. Our job is to assist our players. And so when players know, like, man, you know what? These guys are really here to serve. These guys are really here to help me. That number kind of goes by the side, and you say, man, what do I need to do in order to propel this team forward? And from that perspective, I don't think it's anything that's ever brought up other than, guys, we're here to, well, we talk a lot about loving each other, and not in word, but in actions. And we need to show people that we honor the commitment that each other gives. But it's honestly, I mean, if you're not here to win it, I don't know why you're playing.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Yep.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Best of luck in the second round.
Appreciate it.
Okay, everybody, that's it for the post-game press conference. A transcript of Coach's interview will be available by ASAP Sports and posted along with a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www.ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you for joining us.